This just in to HQ. We're continuing to monitor the NFL, which has placed safety Jabrill Peppers on the commissioner exempt list. While on this list, Peppers cannot practice or attend games. He was arrested over the weekend on assault and drug charges in Massachusetts. He was arraigned on Monday and pleaded not guilty. His next court date is scheduled for November 22nd. Now to continue with that conversation, we bring in our lead NFL insider, Johnathan Jones. And JJ, what is the next part of this process and what exactly are we expecting to see as it pertains to Peppers?
So the commissioner's exempt list is for all intents and purposes paid leave. Okay, so he's still getting paid. He is not technically suspended, though he is suspended from team activities, from practicing and certainly playing in the game. So he is being paid to stay away right now. The NFL uses the commissioner's exempt list very rarely, but almost always when they do use it, it is related to cases that are alleging domestic violence or violence against women. That has been the majority of the instances and cases that we have seen over the last decade or so. And so that's what we have right here with Jabrill Peppers, of course, as you note, was arrested on assault charges as well as a drug charge. His attorney coming out of the courthouse the other day said, look, we have evidence, video evidence, that ultimately will fully exonerate Jabrill Peppers. The New England Patriots are saying that they will await the due process that is involved here. And so the NFL, again, using this exempt list, they can launch a preliminary investigation themselves, or they can wait if the league believes that there is going to be a quick and timely conclusion to the criminal case, that they can essentially place a player on this list, say, hey, let's wait a little bit, let's figure out what's going to happen in the justice court, and then we will make a decision. So right now, we don't know what Jabrill Peppers, how long he could be out. Right now, that is an indefinite thing on the commissioner's exempt list. Obviously fair to believe that he is not going to be playing this week against the Houston Texans. And then, of course, we'll see.
Yeah, Drake Maye said that they will not have Peppers in the building there with the Patriots, but also added that as a father of daughters, he is hoping that these allegations against Peppers are not true. It's a busy time for the Patriots overall because also they made that change at QB that we have been monitoring as well, going over towards Drake Maye to become the starter, taking over for Jacoby Brissett. This move, how much of a surprise are you by that? I think we thought it would probably be coming, JJ, but now that it's here, what it could maybe mean for the Patriots moving forward.
Certainly not surprised by it, especially based off Drake Maye's comments after the Miami Dolphins game, where obviously the defense did their part in that low-scoring contest. The offensive line, Drake Maye was pleased with it. He even said Jacoby Brissett had some opportunities to step up and clean pockets and didn't take them. The last two games, Jacoby Brissett has not been playing up to his standard. The Patriots are one of the least talented teams from top to bottom in the NFL. We have known that for a very long time, ever since Drake Maye became the head coach. Nothing was really going to change. There was no magic wand for the 2024 New England Patriots. So there was always the question for Drake Maye, the #3 overall pick, about when you throw him out there to the Wolves, knowing that you do not want to permanently damage or ruin your young quarterback. We've seen many examples of this several years ago with Josh Rosen. Trevor Lawrence, very fortunately, apparently didn't get ruined by Urban Meyer. You could argue that that happened with Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick 2 years ago with the Carolina Panthers, at least in his first year. And so that's always the concern, but apparently the Patriots, knowing that they needed a boost, knowing that they're not getting enough out of the quarterback position, believing that Drake Maye has gotten to that point. Remember, he looked pretty good in preseason as the preseason wore on. He's been getting 35% of the first team reps in practice during the NFL season. That is highly unusual for the second quarterback, no matter what level that quarterback is on. So the Patriots have been preparing for this. In an ideal world, Jacoby Brissett plays well. Maybe you win a couple more games than you should have, like week 1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. And maybe you don't have to make this move all year, or maybe it's later in the season. I think they have a week 12 or 13 bye, the Patriots do. So that's a hope. But then you get to the reality where these past 2 games, you haven't gotten enough out of the quarterback position, you have the future of your franchise who is more mobile, more athletic, better arm, who could provide a jolt to that offense and frankly to the entire team. And so Jerod Mayo making that choice ahead of what's going to be a very difficult matchup against the Houston Texans, make no mistake about it, but they have a solid pass rush. So do a lot of teams in the NFL. And Mayo's saying, look, there's never a great time in the NFL to introduce your rookie quarterback to the welcome to the NFL moment. But that's what the Patriots are going to do this week against the Texans.
Yeah, certainly hoping that maybe Drake Maye can play like the two QBs who were taken ahead of him in the draft, because we've seen how great Jaden Daniels has been. And then, of course, when you look at all the things that Caleb Williams has done, he's certainly been coming around lately. So Patriots hoping for something good. Johnathan Jones always giving us a skinny, always giving us that good. Appreciate you for your time. And you look at what the Patriots have coming up on the schedule. Of course, it is week 6 with a game against the Texans, a 4-1 squad, while the Patriots sit there at 1-4 overall. And then maybe you head overseas, you take your rookie QB, and you see how things go against the Jags. But for now, it is the Drake Maye Show in New England.